Okay, but do you know it's actually them, or do you think it's a demon pretending to be them?
That's actually crazy because ghosts can shapeshift. Yeah. You have a valid point there.
Like, that's the thing that I'm scared of. It's kind of like catfishing, but
getting catfished by a ghost is crazy. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Fannita. I got a podcast. The show before the club. This is where we sit, chat, talk, and we drink. Bottoms up, bitch. Woo-hoo. Hi, guys. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Bottoms Up with your favorite sexy turnt host, Fannita. And today, we're going to talk about all things spooky. Oh, shit. But first, we're going to start talking about ghosting. Because I've been ghosted more times than I'd like to admit. And then also at the same time, like, what the f***? I gave you cooch and you ghosted me? That's how you f***ing do me? That's actually crazy. And for my guest today, no better person to talk about ghosting than Miss Loey.
Hi. Both ghosting and the act of being ghosted. Yeah. Lots of ghosts in this room.
What's your favorite type of ghost?
My favorite type of ghost, like a lot, like a man ghost, like a woman ghost, or like.
Wait, damn it! You gotta put my phone. You hear the vibration.
Is that the hinge right now? Is that the Bumble?
That's the hinge. I just got a hinge notification. He responded back.
Oh, okay. So you're not getting ghosted.
No, I haven't. Okay, since I moved to LA, I have not been ghosted.
Oh, hey.
Well, I haven't been ghosted. I've had people tell me that like, you're like not what I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. But at least I have not been ghosted since I moved to LA. I guess I've been like meeting more mature men that just tell me that they hate me to my face.
Wow. What's worse, actually? What's worse, being ghosted or getting
I think being ghosted.
Really?
Yeah.
You're probably
because
right.
Being ghosted, like that just drives my anxiety and drives me over a cliff. Like I'm like a worrier. So like if I have like a conversation with somebody and it's going like super good and like I feel like a connection or whatever, and then the next day they're not speaking to me, my mind like just starts like jumping.
Yeah, no, I fully understand that. I think like if we're being totally honest, I mean maybe this is too early to say this. Maybe you'll want me off the pod immediately after. I'm the ghoster.
You like ghosting?
It's not even that I like it. It's not even that I like it.
But don't you feel as though? I mean, at your big age, Loey, aren't you? Didn't you just turn 30?
I did just turn 30.
I feel like at 30 years old, we should be having conversations.
We should be maturing. We should be having conversations.
Or do you just not want to hurt their feelings?
No, I don't mind hurting their feelings. I more so don't want to put myself in a situation where I have to be like, where I have to turn people down. More for myself. I feel guilty, which is super selfish. And ghosting in general is like a really selfish thing. Like not being communicative with someone you've been like sleeping with or dating or anything. Like that's like a screwed up thing to do.
And also, I feel like for me, it's like you've been inside me. The least you can tell me is like you don't no more.
Right? Yeah.
Like we don't like. I don't know. I can take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't. And then also, it's like, I'm a trill ass bitch. Like, I'm cool as like. I feel like, especially like men, they just be ghosting just to ghost. Cause like, I'm really a cool ass person. So like, there's no reason to ghost me.
I mean, listen, like turning 30, it's weird to self-reflect. It really, really is. Because like, I look back at the things that I did, even in like my mid to late 20s. Oh my God! Wait, that light just came on.
Is there ghost in the studio?
I think there might be a ghost in the studio, and maybe it's the ghost of all of the
boys
people
you ghosted. That's the new Netflix movie. To all the boys I ghosted before.
Oh crap! Oh no! Are we gonna have to ghost? Like, are we gonna have to ghost hunt again?
Like, you know, one time in college I had to go on a ghost hunt. It was for like a school project.
You had to go on a ghost hunt for a school project?
So basically we had to like, it was when I was in film. Like I used to switch my major a lot, but it was like when I was like a film major. And I can't remember. It was like film major's like not the right word for it, but basically we were working with the cameras and like acting, and we had to like present like a trailer for a reality show. And so the trailer was a ghost hunting show, and we went to like a cemetery at night, and we were like ghost hunting.
It was
crazy,
brave,
bro. I was scared as. I was like, bro, because like they were like, we have to like lay down on the ground. We really have to sell that there's a ghost here. And I was like, bro,
in the cemetery?
Yes, in the cemetery. I was like, you guys are actually nuts.
That would be like brutal. Even, I mean, I'm like ghost obsessed. I actively put myself into haunted and haunting.
And you fully 100% believe in ghosts?
100%.
I do not believe in ghosts.
At all?
No.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Alabama.
I grew up in Georgia. And like, I always felt like when people always ask, like, why do you believe in ghosts? I was like, because I grew up in deep, like, rural Georgia, and I lived across the street from, like, a graveyard. I lived over a collapsed mine that was, like, running through this tiny little town I lived in. And, like, maybe it was my teenage brain playing tricks on me or whatever, but every time something would happen, I would be like, oh, that has to be paranormal. That has to be a ghost. And yeah, I've just believed in them my whole life.
I'm not into spooky stuff, so like that's probably why. And then also I'm a fact person. I don't believe in anything unless I have like concrete evidence. You know what I'm saying? So unless a ghost comes out and like punches me in the face, that's when I'll believe in ghosts. Have you ever what was your favorite like ghost hunt? And what findings have you found since you started being a ghost hunter?
Oh my God, my favorite ghost hunt. So I had an episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved come out a couple of years ago before Shane and Ryan left to start their new company, Watcher. And they came into my apartment, which was, I truly believed was just so haunted. I would have I had these motion sensor lights in the apartment that would just go off all the time. And like, there were so many like pieces of evidence that I was so sure were paranormal.
But don't you have 2 animals though?
Well, at the time, I have 9 animals, Fannita. I have 4 dogs and 5 cats.
It gotta smell crazy in the house. I'm so sorry, Loey.
It's a lot of cleaning. It is constant cleaning.
Do you have the automatic vacuum?
No, I actually don't.
You need one.
I have a 13, 14-year-old dog who would probably piss himself if he saw the automatic vacuum coming towards him.
Can you imagine somebody from the 1920s seeing an automatic vacuum now?
No, I can't. I actually cannot.
And also, can you imagine for how many things women now would be accused of being a witch from?
Oh my God, the automatic vacuum is
that's actually if I read Walmart out loud, somebody would come and put a noose around my neck because I'd be a witch.
Yeah, no, they would. I think quite literally anything now.
But then also sometimes I think I kind of wish I would have lived during those times because I would have claimed that every bitch I didn't like was a witch.
Everyone you didn't like
was a witch.
I
seen her adding and subtracting behind the barn. She knows how to read.
She stole my man.
Yeah, literally.
Clearly, this was witchcraft.
Then also, I love how the logic behind proving if somebody was a witch. Well, if we tie her up and throw her in the river and she sinks, she's a witch, and if she floats, she's a witch.
They literally women just had no.
Yeah, that was actually crazy.
No chance whatsoever. No, the. Can you imagine actually my house was built in the 1920s, and I think that all the time because it's incredibly haunted. And I've ghost hunted on stream in my house before and had weird things happen or whatever. But my ghost hunt with Shane and Ryan from BuzzFeed, they came into an apartment I was renting maybe 4-ish years ago now. 5, wow. What the hell? 2018 was 5 years ago.
Have you been in the same place since they toured, since they did that ghost hunt?
I moved out shortly after, but for unrelated reasons.
So they found some evidence in your house. What did they find?
Well, actually, they debunked a lot of what I was thinking was
ghosts aren't real.
But we did also find evidence. So basically they learned that my motion sensor lights turning off and on under my sinks and stuff, that was because of the AC kicking on, even though I wouldn't think it was, because it would happen in times that the AC didn't kick on. But we did a couple of things and they proved it was that. And I think they definitely came in because at the time I was a woman living alone and they just wanted to make me feel better.
Also, living alone in LA is so spooky in itself.
Oh, so spooky.
I literally had to get a roommate because I've been here for a year, so my first year I lived by myself, and I'm I can't do it. As soon as the sun goes down, I start hearing shit.
Yeah.
As soon as it's 7:30 p.m., all of a sudden everything in my house, I can hear everything.
Yeah.
So I was I can't live like this anymore.
And I had gone from living with people to living fully by myself. So I do think a lot of what I thought was paranormal was not. But then
you're just paranoid.
I was paranoid and making up the ghosts as figments of my imagination. But we did find there was something that came through on a spirit box at the end. And the spirit box is it scans radio frequencies really, really fast. And if the idea is that spirit can use the energy from that and get through messages. And we heard something that was really, really weird and really freaked me out. And they ran in, we ended the episode there, and then that video got 11 million views on YouTube alone.
What?
It's on Hulu.
Was it on your channel or was it on theirs?
It was on theirs.
Damn, did they cut you a piece of that check? Yeah. Nah, 11 million views. Nah, honestly, I would have to be.
It would have to be a check. I would have
sent them a cease and desist. 11 million views? No, they're coming up off that.
Give me my money.
Yeah, literally.
They were so cool to work with, honestly. Mm-hmm. And the video and the experience was so cool. I make content on my channel about it. I love paranormal shit.
Do you like scary stuff too? Like scary movies and things like that?
So much. I love scary stuff.
I don't understand the concept, and maybe you'll be able to explain this to me, but I've never been able to grasp the concept of wanting to be scared.
Really?
No.
Like, you wouldn't actively, like, go see a scary movie
No,
on
I don't watch
purpose?
scary movies at all. I don't watch scary movies. I'm like going to haunted houses. I don't like anything scary. I don't even like roller coasters. I'm not a thrill seeker. I'm just vanilla, except in the bedroom.
That's why you don't need any scary stuff to spice it up.
Like, I don't know, like, all my friends, especially during Halloween, they make me feel so guilty because, like, they're like, Fannita, let's go to a haunted house. I'll have you guys know, I dislocated my knee at a haunted house. When I was a freshman in college, I was fresh out of high school. One of my friends was like, Nita, I have nobody to go with me to this haunted house. Please go. And I was like, girl, you and that haunted house. I'm not going because I don't do scary shit. And she like begged and begged and begged. And she's like, come on, like, you're old enough to like be scared, Nita. Like, it's fine. So we go to this place called Atrox. If you're from Alabama, you know what Atrox is. Mm-hmm. They have the people that can touch you. Like, you sign a waiver for people to touch your body. And so they have people like walking around. So
I don't do haunted houses like that.
See, let me set the scene.
That's scary.
I get in there, I'm about to shit myself, right? Yeah. So then I'm like literally my head is on a swivel. Like, I'm a bobblehead in that bitch. So we are outside, like, waiting because it's like a long line to like go into the haunted house. So we're waiting for our turn, and one of the people sneak up behind me and they like grab my shoulder. I take off running like Sha'Carri Richardson. Like, I take off. Like, I sprint. I am gone. Yeah. And they chase me. They chased me too.
They chased you?
They were chasing me. So then I like hit a and then I started running back the other way. And so it was literally like a movie. I'm like, lost her. I literally, she pokes my shoulder. I turn around too fast. My knee dislocates. I like turn around to square up on that little bitch, and my knee, as I'm like turning too fast, my knee literally kicks out.
Oh my God.
And dislocates. And it dislocates in the middle of everything, and like everybody's like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have chased her.
Yeah. Had you even signed a waiver? Or
yeah, I had signed a waiver.
Oh, man.
I know, right?
Man.
So that's why I don't with that scary shit. But like, I think because when I was younger, I seen Child's Play really early on, like when I was really, really young. And my dad used to have these like animatronic like Chucky dolls and like a werewolf, and it would like move and like it would like sing like creepy songs, and like one of them was like a werewolf, and then one of them was like a Chucky doll, and then like they would always, like, my siblings would like send it into the living room with just like the eyes glowing, and like, and I like, yeah, everybody knows that I'm a very easily scared person. Everything frightens me, but I love a thriller, not a horror movie though.
No, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think like I've always said that I think that the reason that I love horror movies is there's like a safety in like letting yourself get scared.
But
you know
like
what I mean?
I get like so terrified after, because I mean obviously I've been finessed into watching scary movies. Like, I feel like, okay, have you seen that movie on Netflix, Gerald's Game?
Oh my God, yes. Gerald's Game is not a horror movie. Gerald's Game is psychotic.
That was peak scariness to me. To this day, I still see that like tall thing in the corner. Yeah. Like, so like to Gerald's Game, it's like, for instance, it's not that scary. Terrified me.
It's like, but Gerald's Game is a dark movie. Yeah. Like, it has like visual. No, I completely understand why you were freaked out about that. I showed Gerald's Game to a friend of mine who does not with horror movies in any way over quarantine, and she literally like covered her eyes like at multiple points.
I literally couldn't sleep the night I watched it. Yeah. Also, same thing happened when my friends convinced me to go watch it in theaters. First of all, they kept grabbing me in theaters, so I was screaming in the theater the whole time. Yeah. And then when we got home, I kid you not, I let my phone die because at the time my like plug was under my bed. And you just and I didn't want to reach my hand down there, so I literally let my phone die that night. Like, I literally couldn't.
You know, and it needed to be sacrificed. It did. How would you have gone on
there? It was
there?
me. I had to wait until like I seen daybreak to fall asleep. Yeah. Like, I will have a nightmare for a week straight if I watch a scary movie, because like I'll just be like, don't think. I still remember vividly a nightmare that I had when I was in 3rd grade. Like, still
to this day,
it like when I'm scared, like it just sticks with me.
Yeah.
Like, and I still remember exactly, like, the nightmare was, and I remember, like, waking up that day, having the nightmare, going to school, still being scared. I was scared the whole day. I was scared when I got back home. I was scared when I went to sleep. But, like, I will constantly think about it until I can't think about it anymore. Like, even when I was younger, even, like, seeing people die in movies scared me. Like, if I would see somebody, like, get shot, that would frighten me.
I mean, that is a scary thing. To be fair, that's a completely normal thing to be afraid of.
Now, a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors today at HelloFresh. If you're like me, when life becomes overwhelming, the thought of preparing wholesome meals at home usually takes a backseat to everything else going on. But with HelloFresh, I'm able to create chef-crafted recipes right at home with all the shopping and meal planning already done for me. Ingredients literally arrive at your doorstep, pre-proportioned and ready to cook, along with step-by-step visual recipe cards. It doesn't get any easier than that. Even though the fall can feel jam-packed, HelloFresh makes whipping up home-cooked meals actually doable. With their quick and easy options ready in 15 minutes or less, enjoy fall flavors like apple cider cake with caramel sauce or their barbecue pulled pork nachos, and don't forget the mini pumpkin cheesecakes. Mwah, perfect for our little treat. I personally love HelloFresh because it saves me time and money. Fun fact, HelloFresh is actually 25% less expensive than takeout. That means less stress and more money in your pocket, babe. Go to HelloFresh.com/50Fannita and use code 50Fannita for 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/50Fannita and use code 50Fannita for 50% off plus free shipping. Come find out why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. So, Loey, what does it take? Because you watch a lot of scary stuff. Do you ever get scared, or what does it take to scare you?
I mean, for my YouTube channel, I'm constantly watching, like, scary TikToks and scary videos and, like, reacting to them and talking about them and explaining them. So I always think that I always think to myself, like, oh, I'm really hard to scare. It's difficult to scare me. And that's simply not true in any way. I truly get jump scared very easily. If something's like coming out of nowhere, I get jump scared. I think what actually scares me, though, like something that genuinely scares me, is like those kinds of stories where it seems like it's something paranormal, or it seems like it's something like, it's like a ghost was in my house and you find out somebody was living in there. You know what I mean?
Living in the attic?
Yeah. Yes. That's the kind of stuff that scares me.
What's that movie that they were in the walls, The Boy?
The Boy. Oh my God, exactly. The Boy.
Yeah.
The Boy is scary. The Boy.
That one didn't scare me too bad. Too bad. That one didn't scare me.
The reveal didn't freak you out?
Of him being in the walls, that was scary as do you think you have what it takes to survive a horror movie?
Interesting question.
Like if we were in a horror movie right now, do you think you have enough to get us out alive?
I surely could get us out alive. Now, everyone in this room.
No, them. Leave them behind.
The producers may not make it.
I'm definitely.
I can get us out. We will be final girls.
Okay, bet.
We'll get out. Yeah.
Bet. No, like, cause like the thing about me is, I'm so sorry. I'm saving myself every time. I'm not a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm not trying to save everybody.
And that's why you'll live. That's why you'll live through the horror movie.
Because as soon as like I hear help and I have to turn back, I can't do anything, bro. You're already, if you get caught by the serial killer, like I can't do anything for you.
Yeah. There's like, I mean, it's either both of us or one of us, gets out.
So now, since it's the start of like spooky season, what do you like to do during October? Like, what's your favorite way to kick off the month? You know what I'm saying? How do you like to celebrate like Halloween?
Okay. I hate to tell you this. I'm so sorry. I love going to horror nights so much.
No, you don't hate to tell me that.
It's so much fun. I love those kinds of experiences. I hate the ones where you're touched, though. If somebody touched me, I would like run out of the room. Have you ever heard, sorry, when you were talking about like the haunted house, I remembered there was this video that I made on this guy named Russ McKamey who runs a haunted house, but it's called McKamey Manor, and it's essentially like a torture house that he like masquerades like with the front that it's like.
Are you talking about the one in LA?
It used to be in LA, and then I think he moved to like Alabama. Like I think he's like
I've
based
never heard
out of
that.
Alabama
because
now.
I know there's this
or
place.
It wasn't LA. It was based somewhere.
There's this place I've heard about in LA. It's like a haunted house, but like they like dip you in water and like flip you, and there's like roaches and you get electrocuted. The 17th door. Yeah,
oh my God.
It's like a crazy experience. Like my friends got like electrocuted there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like and they put you like apparently like they strap you like on this board and like waterboard you a little bit.
That's exactly what McKamey Manor is, and like that kind of stuff. I see you're so
no,
clear. I'm
hell
not
no.
like actively putting my life in danger. I just like a little spook and a little scare. But I feel like to get me into spooky season, I like to do things like that. But I also just like dressing up.
Yeah.
You know how it is. I want to get a
Yeah.
little glam. I want to get
And
a
then,
little
like,
sexy.
Halloween is just like the year that, like, Halloween is the season where we can be sluts and hoes and nobody, and guys, shut the up. Like, we get away with it because it's Halloween.
They have to shut their traps for 30 seconds and it's so peaceful.
Yeah, it's so peaceful.
It's so
like,
nice.
we get to be the sluttiest, like, people on earth every Halloween, and, like, we don't have to hear any fucking back talk. They just let us be.
They just leave us alone. I know. It's the one time of the year where we can act like sluts, dress like sluts.
Yeah,
and like,
if you're in LA during Halloween, it's just like ass and titties. I don't even know if women are like wearing costumes or we're just wearing like pasties and thread. Like, cause I was here last year for Halloween, I was like, what are you? Are you a sexy nurse, stripper, firefighter / policeman?
Are you just naked?
Yeah, or are you just naked? Like, I would find myself like investigating the costume. Like, what is this?
What?
You literally only have on a bra and panties. Is this a swimsuit? It's October.
I literally will spend so much time making outfits for like social media. Like I will just get the most intricate.
What's your favorite costume that you've done?
Ooh, my favorite. I just did I don't know if you play like video games, but I did Diva from Overwatch actually like maybe like a month ago, and I loved doing that. That was so fun. I think my favorite actually was this Buzz Lightyear that I did. It was like a slutty Buzz Lightyear. It was so fun.
We're gonna have to insert a picture.
Yeah. I'll make sure to show you. I also did a sexy Among Us like costume. That was like I was like in like a white bodysuit, like ass out, like helmet, like that kind of stuff. I love doing that, but I will spend so much time thinking of like costumes and outfits to do on YouTube. I always try to do like Amazon best Halloween costumes, like a roundup for people. And then I will go out as the most generic. Like I was an angel this past Halloween.
Really?
3 times in a row. It was only like a gold bodysuit, my entire ass out, pantyhose, like big ass heels. And that was the costume.
Yeah.
That was
I feel like for me, like I don't go all out either. But then also I feel like it's like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's like hard to find like plus size costumes.
Oh, so hard, yeah.
Yeah, because like nothing fits, or it's like it's not sexy enough. You know what I mean?
You really have like 2 options, which is either you look at the very limited plus size selection at like a Party City, like any of those kinds of stores, and they usually don't fit well.
Yeah,
and they're usually like very boring characters.
Yep.
It's like you are covered from head to toe. Or you can shop on Fashion Nova or the like.
That's what I did.
Fashion Nova's great,
but they only have like the off brand type.
Yeah, and you pretty much are only going to get lingerie through them.
Yes.
There is no in between.
Yeah.
There is either you will be like butt ass naked
or you'll be completely covered.
You will be in a sack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I think that I'm constantly trying to find options that are more in a sweet spot. Like I try to show people, I mean, listen, my ass will be out at every given opportunity.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it is the accessory.
It's fat. It's nice.
It's thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just, but I know a lot of people are not necessarily comfortable with that. Maybe some people are in Alabama and they are not in Los Angeles where asses out all the time is like super normal.
And then also like, I feel like we're not in a place where we have to be modest.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like okay for us because we're in LA, but like if you live literally anywhere else or if you're like around your family and you're a big person, like you have to like be a nun for like the 8th year in a row.
Isn't that kind of like weird though with plus size clothing in general? It's not even just Halloween. It's like
everything.
Everything.
Everything like I don't know. I feel like that's like the undercover like societal fat phobia that like we have to cover up these fat girls. And their clothing.
Either they have to be fully covered up or we have to like it is so risque that like I very often feel like I can't find a sweet spot between like this jumpsuit is like one of the very few things.
Yeah.
But like usually something like this would be so low cut. You know what I mean? Or like
or it's like down to your belly button.
Or your entire ass is going to be hanging out. And I do love that. I feel like as plus size people, like when you're a plus size person, you kind of just have to be good with your body. And if you're not, usually you're going to cover it up in its entirety. But if you can get to that place where you're good with it, you know, you want to dress cute, but then like it's either we're hypersexualized
or we're just like grandmas.
Yep, exactly.
And it's no in between.
Yeah. It's really frustrating. We should start a movement, actually.
I feel like we've been starting a movement though. People just don't listen to us.
No.
Like I've seen so many fat people talk about this. I've talked about it. We've all talked about it. Nobody gives a because everybody hates fat people.
Yeah.
They don't care about our opinion. But you know what I do care about?
What do you care about?
The men you've ghosted.
Because
I'm gonna side with them. Yeah, we have to circle back. So tell me the most like funny reason you ghosted somebody. Like something that you're like, like something that just gave you the ick, like a minor ick, and you're like, I'm gonna ghost you.
We were having a very normal conversation. And
Right.
he asked me what I did for work. Okay. And sometimes I hide what I do for a job when I go on first dates. Mm-hmm. I used to be a lot more private.
I can't. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm just too transparent of a person.
What's your sun sign?
I'm a Leo.
What's your moon?
I'm an Aries.
Ooh, Leo makes a lot of sense though, because I'm a Leo rising. Like Leo likes to perform, and Leo likes.
Wait, I might be a Libra moon, Aries rising.
Ooh, Libra moon is pretty.
Yeah.
Aries is terrifying though. Love that for you.
I love
sexy.
I love having 2 fire signs in my chart. I feel like that makes sense.
I'm really heavy earth, like very heavy earth. So like I always feel like I'm pretty guarded with like first dates. Also, like not to circle back around to the plus size talk, but like dating has been awful here
in LA
with being a plus size person.
Bro,
like,
first of all, I don't think anybody. I feel like being fat in LA is its own personal hell. Mm-hmm. Like genuinely, like that's not a joke. Like being fat in LA, it is a simulation version of it being in hell, because the people that you are like surrounded by constantly look nothing like you, and you constantly have to feel like so self-conscious in every room you step in here. Like, oh my God, all the skinny bitches are judging me. All the skinny girls are looking at me. Like, or you go to these ass gifting suites where they're having clothes and they didn't bring anything over a fucking large to the fucking gifting suite.
That part. Yeah. When you are just like, when you are invited to an event that does not include you, it is like bananas.
It's actually makes me want to snap my own neck. Like,
it's really frustrating.
And it also makes me feel like, damn, am I being like ungrateful? Because like, you know, I do have like opportunities that a lot of people don't get, but then at the same time, it's like these bitches are going home with 7 pairs of jeans, 3 crop tops. I can't even get a hoodie in this bitch because y'all don't have anything over a fucking large.
And it doesn't even matter. Like, if you're not getting it for free and you're going into store to like go actively buy it, good luck finding a plus size section. Good luck finding anything over like a size 12.
And then it's also like there's so many like new clothing brands, because like there's so many new clothing brands coming out, and obviously I've talked about the fast fashion thing. I don't know if you see my TikTok that went viral when I was talking about fast fashion, and I was just basically like, shut the fuck up and leave fat people alone. Yeah. But it's also like the brands that I don't shop on Shein. A lot of people were trying to like misconstrue that in my claim about sustainability. I don't shop at Shein. Yeah. Because I want to shop at new places and find cuter clothes. And so every time I meet like a new brand, I'm like, oh my God, I love your clothes. They don't sell my size. So what I want you guys to do is tell me a brand that sells plus size clothing that's 1, trendy and fashionable, 2, affordable, and 3, doesn't cost $400 for 1 pair of jeans. Yeah. Because I've seen like a lot of like plus size sustainability clothing brands. 1, they're super expensive, and then also like they give me like farmer vibes.
It's all just like the most basic pieces that don't even flatter our bodies.
Yeah. Or they're like just like giant oversized overalls and like, I don't know, like cargos, like just some boring shit. Like, if
you want to be sustainable and not contribute to fast fashion, very clearly you must be a farmer.
Yeah. You cannot be. You have to be a farmer. But like being in LA and being fat, it literally is hell on earth.
Dating here while fat hell on earth as well. Dating while fat, period, is hell on earth. But like, dating here while fat has been really hard, and I think that a lot of my experiences kind of led me to be more guarded. I also think I started ghosting way more when I moved here, like stopped communicating in any way, because I kept getting into these like really quite scary situations with people who seemed totally normal. These were all men. I'm bisexual, but like I've never had like an experience. Of course, the women don't objectify me. The women, I mean, they do, but they just do it quietly. Yeah. I have met so many men where it seemed totally like normal on the surface that they were just really into me, and then I get into an intimate setting with them and it's purely like a fat fetish, like entirely a fat fetish, and it turns into like just something I did not consent to. You know what I mean? Like that's fine, obviously. Like, love that you love my body. I love my body too. But like there's like
There's a fine
line, and it's just getting crossed more and more and more for me anyway.
Yeah.
So I think, like, anyways, this guy, I'm having my worst case of ghosting. I'm having a conversation with this man. And he's like, well, what do you do? And I decided I'm going to tell him. He's pretty hot also. He's like fine. I'm like telling him the conversation is pretty like bare bones. It's kind of boring, but I'm telling him what I do. And it's just like I'm bragging on myself a little bit. I'm like, yeah, like I've been doing this for 10 years, like whatever. And this is a fellow like 32. I'm 30. He was like 32. And I'm like, what do you do? And he said, I'm looking for work right now. And I never spoke to him again.
Because he was currently unemployed?
Because he was currently unemployed. That's like one of the worst ones I've ever done.
But that just tells me you know your worth. Because if he's not working right now, that means like he probably can't afford to take you on dates. He can't afford to buy you nice things. You were just cutting your losses. You saw the future. You were like, he just sent me a text message to cash out him $20. And you didn't want to deal with that.
I realized I was like, I have to pay for myself on this date.
Yeah.
And I just like, I truly
Did you have to pay for yourself?
I did. We went halvesies.
Damn.
So it's like, I just feel like now the minute that I see anything I don't like now, I have gotten like so bad about just wandering off. And like, I know it's not good. I know that I should give these people closure and like be a normal functioning adult and communicate. I have done that is the funniest one. I have done this in much more egregious ways. I've done this to someone that I've been dating for 4 months.
Do it. I want to hear it. I want to hear the story. Your tea is piping hot.
It is piping hot. Let me think. I have ghosted. And
y'all were dating for 4 months and you just vanished? That's crazy. Were y'all like exclusive? Loey, and you literally just vanished?
No, we weren't exclusive. But
y'all were seeing each other frequently?
Yes.
And like y'all had banter and conversation?
Yeah, I really liked
sex?
him. We were having sex. I really liked him.
And then one day you were just gone?
One day he gave me the ick and I took off.
Did he like hit you up? Obviously he did, right?
And in the end we had a conversation and like...
How do you explain yourself?
I was just like... I basically was just like, you definitely deserved better than that. Like, good luck with everything. Like, sorry I did it, but offered no explanation as to why. Like, did not sit here and be like, by the way, you gave me the ick when like you like he like I don't know. I could not even tell you what gave me the ick now, but I just never texted him again. And yeah, eventually we had a conversation where there was like some semblance of closure, and then after he texted me again and I never responded.
What was the ick?
There was a lot of ick, babe. There was a lot of ick, but...
Top three.
Top three. He talked over me.
Okay.
He would cut me off. And like when we're sitting here and gabbing and being girls, like we'll get really excited and talk and whatever.
Also, I do that a lot just on my podcast and everybody like comments about it. But it's like because I get excited. And then
this is different. Yeah.
Also, like I feel like if I don't say it immediately, like I'll forget it.
Yeah. He talked over me all the time, and at first I would let it slide, and then I started to notice it more and more. He hated my job. He thought he was so holier than thou because he thought the influencer thing was so shallow. So like he did not see like my successes as successes. And like definitely
I hate people like that. Also, I feel like when I meet men and like tell them, they're like, oh yeah, I do this like that on TikTok, and they're like, oh, like cute, like whatever, and then they like see what I really do, like, and they like look it up, and they're like, I didn't know it was like that to like that extent, and then they start getting like weird about it.
Like what are you doing, sir? What are you doing?
To, like diminish it, or like they're trying to be like, oh well, why are you talking to me? Like there should be like aren't like there thousands of people trying to talk to you? Aren't there? Why is it? And then it's just like, okay, man.
The minute either they will make a big deal about it or they'll look down on you. Like,
yeah. Also, a lot of insecure men that I've talked to have always looked down on it.
Yes. I mean, I think that like that was the biggest thing was that he like this person was so insecure in himself. And like I just felt like I don't know. I feel like
Do you feel like he was one of those, you know those saying that like a lot of like men date women that they're secretly jealous of? Do you feel like he was jealous of you?
100%. Are you kidding me? Like, he was so jealous of me and just was like this almost 40-year-old man who had no like way to say that he was really jealous of me. Like, I truly, I can look at that now and see like how he treated me, but in the moment I was just like, why am I walking away from this feeling bad? And then when I would walk away feeling bad, I just wouldn't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
And then I would just shut down. But the third red flag I would say is that I started to notice some of those behaviors, and I was like, oh, you have a fat fetish in disguise. And I just now noticed it. So it like, it's honestly, that situation was just one of very many where I've acted like an asshole, but like it's never without, I guess, reason. Whether or not it's a good reason, you know, I don't think anybody deserves to be ghosted. And I definitely look at that now. I'm not dating right now because I don't think I can be responsible in dating, which is a very,
so real.
It's a very 30-year-old thing to say.
Yeah.
But like, I realized after that, like, and like a couple of other first dates that I've been on, that I just like can't connect with people right now. I'm just not in the space to do it. So I kind of wanted to work on myself and go to therapy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a ghoster. Ugh, tragic, actually.
That's fine. I mean, listen, nobody's perfect. We all have our vices.
Yeah.
I used to be addicted to nicotine.
Used to be?
Yeah.
What made you quit?
That surgery.
Sure,
Yeah, I had the gastric bypass, so I couldn't smoke anymore. And then after, I haven't smoked since.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't really have an addictive personality, but that's just one of the things I used to be addicted to.
I do have a very addictive personality.
You,
I get
like, are you the type to
fast.
try like one drug and you're like, I'll do that again and again and again?
See, I'm not like, I've only tried like, I guess like party drugs in LA, and I've only done them like a handful of times. I've never been someone who was like going out every night and doing like coke,
like with a hoodie and like can I get an 8-ball?
But I definitely like, when I make something part of my routine, like weed for me was actually something I've had to cut back
when I moved to LA, I became a pothead.
Oh my god,
I did not smoke before I moved here.
Wake and baker, like wake up every single day smoking.
I would never get high during the day. I could only do it because I can't function I can't function.
Me either.
I can't function on weed, so I would only. I'm talking about like 7:30. All right, it's time to spark up. Like I get high. I get high like every night. I love weed.
You know what's really funny is like, I do still live alone, and I live in a house with like 3 massive dogs and then a tiny little schnauzer, with these 3 big huskies. I've never felt scared before. And then out of nowhere, I was like smoking to get through the day, smoking to film videos, like smoking pretty much all the time. And it was kind of like, I was also really like not in a great place mentally. So it felt like something to like chill out my brain long enough to where I could do something. And then out of absolutely nowhere, I could not tell you what did it, I started to get so paranoid when I smoked weed. Yeah. So paranoid. Like somebody's going to break into my house. Like I like would hear a sound and jump out of my skin. I would be at dinner with my friends and hear a car and like jump. Jump. Like I looked crazy.
See, that's how it was when I was in Alabama, and I would like anytime I smoked weed when I was in Alabama, it would make me like deathly sick. Like I would vomit. Like, I would throw up. Like, I think I would get so sick. So, like, I never smoked weed ever back in Alabama. Then I moved here, and shit, man. I don't know, that Cali strand is just different. What can I say?
It's different. It's different than it is everywhere else.
And then also, it just feels good that I can walk outside with a blunt in my hand. Like, I don't know, like, it's just so freeing being able to, like, just spark up and nobody cares. Like, I don't know. I love weed.
Agree. No, I agree. When I first moved here, the reason I got into it was every single friend. I moved here right before my like 28th birthday. And on my 28th birthday, every single friend I had here gave me a bong, gave me like so many joints, gave me like a grinder. Like, and it literally was like a rite of passage.
I remember when I went, because I finally bought a dab pen, and then I went to like get a cart, and like they just gave me like 2 free joints for free at the dispensary. I was like, wow. That's like $20, guys. Are they just gonna give this to me?
They're just giving it to you.
Like, they just give it away, man.
Imagine getting your weed in Alabama, and they're just like, here you go. Here's 2 pre-rolls on the house. You'd be like, oh my God, this is like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, no, like this is definitely place.
I gotta throw this out. Yeah.
I'm throwing this in the trash when I walk out. But LA, like, you get free weed all the time.
I know. I accept it from strangers.
How do you feel about living in LA? Do you like it?
Kind of. I wanted to move here. So I've lived in LA on and off for probably like 4 to 5 years now. I moved here after a bad breakup and lived here for a couple of years, but I then inherited my dad's house in Georgia. So I would constantly go back and forth, back and forth. I was like doing renovations to the house and like staying there, seeing my mom, you know, whatever. and my brother started living there. So I've lived here again for about 2.5 years. And I'm not leaving anytime soon. I don't know where else I would go. I
Yeah.
don't like LA for a lot of reasons, but I also like, it's kind of like the hell you know. Like it's like
Yeah.
I know everything about this place. It feels like my home at this point. I can drive around, like whatever. I also my neighbors, my elderly like 80-year-old neighbors, I live in this really old neighborhood. Their car just got robbed in the middle of the night, and it's like I'll constantly see on Citizen just like people's houses getting broken into and stuff like that. It feels like a scary city for a lot of reasons. So sometimes I don't like living alone here. But I do like the opportunities.
Yeah, the opportunities in LA are unparalleled, but like I hate the food, hate the traffic.
You don't like the food here?
No.
Listen.
I'm from the South. Like,
I was gonna say
on.
that makes so much sense. Actually, yeah.
Like I don't know. Like there's nothing normal to eat in LA. Like everything is like, hey, can I get some mayo for this sandwich? Well, we actually don't have mayo, but what we do have is this lavender infused aioli that's not anything like mayo, but like that's what we have.
And it's harvested from the grass outside.
Yeah, like it's. I remember one time, I was like, hey, can I get like some salt and pepper? And then they brought me like a cup of salt and pepper because they don't have like salt and pepper shakers.
That's so real, dude. That's
like,
so real.
Don't piss me off.
Wait, the other day, actually, that's so funny you say that. The other day I went, where did I go? I went somewhere that like, I just wanted like this big ass salad. I was sharing it with the table. And I was like, hey, can we change the cheese on this to this? And they were like, well, we actually can't substitute the cheese. But what I could do is bring the original cheese on the side and then put the cheese that comes with the salad on the salad. And I said, what? So you have to give me both cheeses? Like you can't just keep the one we're not going to use? And they were like, no. And I was like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't like the way, like, okay. I remember, I can't remember where I was at, but I was like, literally, I had a burger. Yeah. I was like, can I have like some, but it was at, Bakari. You ever been to Bakari?
I know.
The finger food place where like you share apps or whatever.
No, I never have. Is it good?
It's good.
Okay.
But I had like an open face. It was like an open face burger, no top bun. Really strange. And I was like, hey, can I get some ketchup? And they're like, we actually don't have ketchup, but what we do have is a vinegar spread with chopped chives and like
they're like, I can bring out a raw tomato.
Yeah. We don't have that. But what we do have, it is nothing ever similar. Like ketchup, yeah. It's nothing ever similar to what you want. Like, hey, you have like ranch? No, but what we do have is a aioli that was actually homegrown and homemade, housemaid. Like, they piss me the off here, bro. Like, I can't go anywhere and just get some like mashed potatoes and some chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing. Yeah. There's nothing normal to eat in LA.
That's so real.
Everything is either like hyper like healthy or it's just not good. Yeah. Like there's no in between.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that, honestly. You've only lived here a year though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I wonder when you start to feel like settled here because I
still like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm driving and I'm like, bro, I can't believe I live in LA. Mm-hmm. Like, and then sometimes it's like, it took me a while to get adjusted to even like being here, but it still doesn't feel like home.
For sure. No, like that makes so much sense. I feel like sometimes I'll feel like, oh, this is home. I've lived here on and off for so many years. Like it feels different when you're driving around and you start to recognize things or you don't need your GPS to like get somewhere. You know
I still use my GPS everywhere I go.
Oh, same. I mean, I could leave it off. I don't. But sometimes I don't listen to it. But yeah, you start to feel differently about it, I guess, like the longer you live here, but I still feel like a fish out of water.
Yeah, me too.
Every single time.
I still feel like out of place sometimes when I go to events. It's normal. Loey.
Yes.
Do you think you're good at giving advice?
I think so. Yeah, I think I'm good at giving advice. Okay. What do you
Now it's time for my favorite segment, Fannita's Fan Fiction, where we answer you guys' calls about what y'all want to know. Anything sucks, sex. Sucks and sex.
Sucks.
I suck and sex. All right. Do we have a call on the line? Loey, do you want to answer the phone or do you want me to answer it?
You answer the first call, please.
I'm going to answer my pussy-colored phone. This looks like a white woman's vagina, does it not?
It really, no, when I sat down, I was like, that is a very, like, I like the
phone.
lips, but it does look like a pussy.
It does.
It really
looks like a vagina, yeah. Like, that is a vagina. All right. Hello?
Yo, what's up, girl? Fannita, it's your girl, Samantha. Hey, Loey, how you doing, too? I had, like, a really weird question. I was thinking about this yesterday. would you ever f a ghost? Like,
Yes.
I don't have a boyfriend right now, and I was just thinking, like, should I learn how to make contact with the other side so I could lose my
Real as
virginity? Like, is that possible, do you think?
Oh.
End of call. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, is she gonna say more there? Like, that's a pretty
ghost dick is probably good as
go. There are too many people who have stories about fucking ghosts and it being great for it not to be good.
Also, it's like they're in the afterlife. They're probably like, can you imagine like a ghost orgy? Like that shit's probably insane. Like you can, like the ghost can literally come inside of my pussy. Like not even like come inside my pussy like literally, but like literally float inside of my coochie.
It's like in there.
Yeah, like the ghost can float inside my coochie, like just finger my G spot, like inside. Like I think ghost sex would go insane. I think that'd be crazy.
I truly have never thought about fucking a ghost. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, it's never crossed my mind, but I would fuck anything.
That's so real. I don't know, but I think it's because I'm actually like quite like I have like a very healthy fear of the paranormal. I think like I would be too afraid that it was not a friendly house ghost f***ing me, that it was indeed like
okay,
like a demon.
Would you do like over the pants stuff with a ghost?
Over the pants stuff?
Yeah, like a makeout, maybe like rub his cock a little bit.
If they were hot, yeah.
Okay.
If I was getting a vibe,
like
I'd do over the
you
pants stuff.
mean to tell me you wouldn't like the ghost of like Patrick Swayze?
But I would be too afraid it's not Patrick Swayze. I would be like, this is clearly...
Well, okay, the way that I'm envisioning it is that I can see the ghost.
Okay, but do you know it's actually them, or do you think it's a demon pretending to be them?
That's actually crazy because ghosts can shapeshift. Yeah. You have a valid point there.
Like, that's the thing that I'm scared of. It's kind of like catfishing, but in the afterlife.
Catfished by a ghost, it's crazy.
Like, I would say yes to Patrick Swayze, but then, like, mid over the pants stuff, maybe I'm getting kind of hot and heavy. Maybe I'm kind of into it. And maybe he's like, by the way, I'm not who you think I am. Maybe he's like...
And then Neve and Max come out of the background. It's Neve with a camera. Like, actually, this is the set of Catfish. And this isn't Patrick Swayze.
Bye. That is so...
This is actually the ghost of Michael Jackson.
This is,
and then Michael's like, hee, sorry.
Do you still want to hook up? And then the thing is, will I love him if he's not Patrick Swayze? And I don't know what the answer to that is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just want to do this in my real life, but I've always wanted to. Have you ever seen the movie Ghost?
The movie Ghost.
With the iconic Patrick Swayze movie where they do like the pottery scene.
Yes.
I am planning that. Like, I literally want to recreate that with a man. Like, do you know how f***ing wet I would get if like I'm like working this I'm working this clay, and then my man who's also a f***ing ghost comes in behind me, and then I'm like, what is that I feel? I'm like, I look behind me, there's no one there. And then we're like, kind of like...
But you can feel him.
Yeah, like, sensually, like, I can feel like his, like, rock hard ghost dick on my back. But I want to do that in real life like a real man.
You should write this.
No, like, yeah, like, the Wattpad?
Yeah. Ghost smut.
But then, also, I feel like they would copyright me. I feel like I'll get a cease and desist.
I mean, yeah. You could change it just enough.
But, like, that scene is so hot. That's, like, one of the most hottest movie scenes ever.
I literally, like, I know what it is. I can't visualize it in my head right now.
You don't remember the girl with the short black hair? She's in her basement. She's working that clay.
I know he
and then
comes
Patrick Swayze, his ghost, comes in. He's behind her. And she starts and she's in her mood. She's feeling like Britney Spears. She starts, you know what I'm saying, twerking it back on him.
She's throwing it back on him.
Yeah, she starts. And then we're all like, girl, you know there ain't nobody behind you, right? But I don't know. The movie's so romantic.
Honestly... Yeah, I have nothing to add to that because I can't think of what it looks like right now in my head. Maybe I will be watching it later for completely unrelated reasons.
But also, I don't think you should lose your virginity to the ghost. I think you should human and then get your experience up.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I feel like a ghost will wear that ass out. Like, I feel
How
like
do you go back to normal dick after ghost dick?
Because I feel like a ghost, you'd have to go, like, 40 rounds in a night. Because I feel like ghosts don't get tired because they're ghosts.
They're just like, okay.
They have unlimited stamina.
Honestly, do you think that there could be ghosts in the room right now having an orgy?
That'd be insane. Let me in on it, guys.
Maybe we should check later. Maybe we should check.
Wait, did you bring any equipment?
So the last time I ghost hunted, the ghost did indeed break my equipment. It was very scary. It was very spooky. But I have this app on my phone that's apparently a spirit box.
Okay.
I'm not sure. While I do believe in ghosts, I'm never sure how much I believe in
like the tools.
Well, not even like the tools. Like when it comes to spirit rods and stuff like that, like those are like the rods that you hold in your hand. I just like know that I could shake a little bit. I could move a little bit, and then they're crossing. So yeah, I guess the tools, like, but especially like phones and stuff. I'm a little skeptical.
I wouldn't trust that iPhone. I wouldn't trust. What's his name? The creator of iPhones. Somebody help me.
Steve Jobs.
I wouldn't trust Steve Jobs to help me look for a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to Steve Jobs, but I'm not using an iPhone to ghost hunt.
You know, I do think that using an iPhone to ghost hunt would be the only way to find
Sometimes
a ghost
my Spotify doesn't even work.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad.
And I pay $10 a month.
Isn't it really weird when those apps don't work and you pay so much money for them?
Yeah,
like,
it's weird that I have to, like, pay a subscription for music.
Right?
We should burn down the whole world! Sorry. I think about world domination a lot, and I think I'd be a really great world leader.
I could see that.
But I also feel like I'd be very corrupt.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how so? Like how corrupt? Like what would you do?
I would do what it takes to make sure the world ran smoothly.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like if like people had to die, people had to die. The thing is, I feel like here's the thing. You know, being a corrupt leader, somebody's got to do it. But also, genuinely, I do feel like I could be a great world leader without having to kill anybody myself.
You should run for office.
I would have people that kill people for me, so I could have a clean conscience.
Well, not even just that. You're covering up your tracks as well.
Exactly. So, like, I'd have, like, at least, like, 10, 15 henchmen, and then I'd have my second in command. So, here's how I would set up the cabinet.
Okay.
So, it's me. I'm the world leader. I have 2 seconds in command. So, I have, like, my VP and my VP, and then we have, like, our henchmen. So, when things come in, they go straight to the VP. I give the VP, they get strict access, like, hey, Fannita, does this person have to die? I don't know, you guys. Y'all decide.
Are they all bad bitches? Is
Yes.
everyone a bad? Yeah, I thought so.
Everybody's a bad bitch.
Cool.
So like when it's like, hey, Fannita, we might have to kill this leader so you can become the world leader. I'm like, you guys vote on it and leave me out of it. I'm indifferent. So that way I'm absolved of any guilt.
That's so real.
Your turn to answer the phone.
Okay.
Answer my pussy lip phone.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, Fannita girl. It's your boy Crawford. I saw you were having Loey on the show. I had to call in and ask if you guys have ever been turned on by a monster or a beast from a movie, TV show, or book. I always find myself getting wet when I see Sully from Monsters, Inc., so I'm sure you've got one for yourself. Let's hear it, girl.
I would let
you
Sully
guys.
hit.
Bye.
Yeah.
Love you, but like
I don't really think there's any monster I've ever thought about. I'm like, because you know when I watch Pixar movies, I kind of just remember that they're for children.
I certainly have never thought about like Sully from Monsters Inc. kind of threw me for a loop.
He's hot though. Like I could see it.
I'm definitely a monster fucker. Like I think that there's like some furry instincts in this brain. Like I think like
who's your monster that
you know the xenomorph from Alien?
No.
Really?
No.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah,
They
really.
like have.
Yeah, really. you said.
I was like, really? I was like, how do I explain myself now? I was playing a video game the other night, and the xenomorph came up, and I was like, I definitely would.
You would let that thing you?
Yeah. Do you think that's crazier than the ghost of Patrick Swayze?
Patrick Swayze is hot. He was a real person.
Xenomorph is hot.
That thing probably like I don't know, acts like a cockroach. And it probably stinks.
It definitely does. It definitely is. Monster f***ing is not a beautiful, like, serene experience.
I'm thinking about that monster f***ing you, and I'm really about to vomit.
I'm writing the wet pad later, so.
So would you like the Predator?
No. Well, I don't think I've ever seen Alien versus Predator, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know, probably.
Well, maybe, I think that's actually, like, what I'm talking about that's in the movie anyway.
The Predator?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
I will one of them aliens from, like, Men in Black, because they were, like, some of them were hot.
Real, yeah. No, I mean, I call myself, I label myself as, like, a monster, like, jokingly. But, like...
Have you ever masturbated to a monster? You can be honest.
No, I haven't done that. I know, very boring. If I had, I would tell you.
She's a liar.
No, I would dead ass, like, tell you, but I never have done that. I just have had moments where I've, like, looked at, like monsters, like,
sickening.
especially, like, tall. Thank you.
Loey, you make me sick to my stomach.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
But yeah, but not Sully from... You would let Sully from Monsters, Inc. hit?
Probably. He's big, beefy.
Yeah.
But again, it's like Monsters, Inc. are like, I think about the little girl from Boost. I don't know if I'd be able to.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I just, like, he has a kid. You know what
he
I
does.
mean?
He's a single dad. He's a
Yeah.
single dad that works too hard. He loves his kids and never stops. With a gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. He's a survivor.
I also think that there could be something going on between him and
Mike Wazowski?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know when I was like 11, 12, 13, I was obsessed with the show Reba?
Really?
Yeah, I know that white woman was a mother to me. Like I was
crazy.
like obsessed with Reba.
Oh my god, I thought you were singing it just because it's like popular on TikTok right now. I didn't know we had a Reba fan.
Yeah,
in the
I
house.
used to be a Reba stan. Used to come on Lifetime. I would sit and watch it all day long. I don't know, for some reason like me and Reba like really connected.
Man, that's amazing.
So
There's
like
not
in
a
the race
monster in
war,
sight.
I'm not killing Reba.
Reba, you're good.
Reba, you're safe. Reba, who's another white woman I love? Adele. Adele is safe too. Adele is safe in the race war. Yeah, those are my only two.
Yeah.
Next caller. Hello.
Hey, it's Julie. I love you all. Calling in because I want to know if you could bring somebody back from the dead,
Michael Jackson,
and have sex with them.
Oh wait.
Who would you bring back and why? Okay, love ya. Bye.
I would not. I don't want to have sex with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I just wish he was alive because I love him. I'm like his biggest fan. But who would I bring back that's dead? I'd bring him back to him. Oh, Paul Walker. That's one white boy I would do. The motherfucking gone.
Yeah.
We'll never have looks like that again.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all, I would become a necrophiliac for a piece of that ass.
Honestly, that's so real. Paul Walker is a phenomenal answer. I'm still trying to think of one.
Like, Paul Walker is like the white boy of every woman's dreams. Like, he was just so beautiful and like had a great personality, those blue eyes, his smile. And he's what the girls would call a spicy white today.
Sure, yeah.
He was like one of those white boys that you'd be like, okay, he a black girl. Like, he would get with a black girl. Like, he would.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Walker.
I think Paul Walker is a phenomenal answer. I've been trying really hard to think. And I have a very large pool to pull from. I have like women, I have men. I could just choose anybody. And my mind keeps going back to Prince.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just think Prince would be like a next.
Prince is alluring. He's got an alluring like vibe about him.
He's just like transcends gender, transcends space and time. Like, it would just be so good.
It would be
I truly
fun.
believe that. Yeah.
I think Paul Walker would my shit up.
That's so real.
Maybe never mind. Loey, that's our final call. But before we wrap up the show, I want you to see if we have any ghost in the studio.
I'm curious if we do because of the light thing earlier, and also because we've been talking a lot.
Oh my
about
god,
ghost
who's making my
orgies.
titties bounce?
Oh no!
I think I'm getting possessed. Pull out your phone, Loey, hurry! Catch the ghost. I think the ghost is me.
I'm so sorry. I just killed the mood so bad. The ghost like ran out.
Yeah, the ghost did not finish.
Scared. So apparently,
I was literally about to climax, Loey.
I'm sorry.
Wait, he's
I
back.
killed the mood. He's back.
The ghost is me again.
All right, we're gonna see. Is anybody here?
Me.
Oh.
What?
This one is different, by the way, because it's not scanning radio frequencies. I should have explained this. This is a sound bank. So apparently the ghost can use sounds to create words.
I'm not buying this for a second.
Hi.
Is it good? Is this pussy good? Ask the ghost if my pussy's good.
Ghost, how do you feel about the pussy on the show?
Is my pussy good?
Ooh, that's a lot of silence.
No way.
Yes!
Good boom boom. Good boom boom. Even the ghost like me.
That's so real. What is your name, Ghost? I didn't hear anything.
Mega. I'm just kidding. The ghost didn't say the N word, guys. Don't cancel him.
Are you having a ghost orgy in this room right now?
If so, can I join?
You may. It said you may.
Oh my God, I'm about to get 10 ways to Sunday.
Congratulations. Hey, yes. What's a good question here?
Is this the best podcast on the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel? I heard yep.
Oh, yeah, they're liking it. I think
Yeah,
they're getting
into the studio.
They're getting it into it. Okay, any other questions for the ghost? Any other, what Paul?
Paul Walker?
Is he here?
Is Paul Walker here? All right, I'm getting creeped out. Let's wrap that up.
All right. Goodbye. Thank you.
Loey, it's been beautiful having you here.
Even when I hunted the ghosts in your
presence? I mean, I just got so I'm good.
Congratulations.
I got laid. Thank you.
It's been so fun to be here. Thanks for having me.
Is there any upcoming projects that you're working on that you want to plug?
Well, I am posting a ton for spooky season. People can come find me over there. Yeah. I'm streaming a lot on YouTube.
Where can they find you?
Everybody can find me on youtube.com/Loey Lane if you like to watch spooky, scary stuff. Or you can find me on X or Twitter or whatever it is, and Instagram and Threads at Loeybug. Oh, and on Twitter or TikTok at LoeyBugXO. Mm-hmm. There's too many. And I don't have any of my handles. Yeah. But yeah, come find me there.
It's been a pleasure having you, and I'm so good because I'm like so wet right now because I just got by 3 ghosts. Like they were taking turns on me and like running a train.
And now we get to go to a pool party together.
Yeah, now I'm going to a pool party with soaked cargos. How amazing is that? But it has been your girl, Fannita, and it's been another beautiful episode of the Bottoms Up podcast. Make sure you go to the Past Your Bedtime YouTube channel to watch the rest of my podcasts. They're equally as fun, and I'm equally as gorgeous on all the episodes. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what your favorite part about this podcast episode was, and tell me if you believe in ghosts and if that ghost good, or what do you guys think? Let's rate the ghost on a scale of 1 to 10. But you can find me on what do I do for a living? TikTok and Instagram at Fannita, and you can find me on Twitter at Fannita Leggett because I put my last name because I'm weird. Anyway, that's it. That's another episode, and I love you guys, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye.